past few years, new evidence has come to light that shows that humans have been occupying North America for far longer than we once thought. We know that the Clovis culture wasn't the first to inhabit North America, as multiple different archaeological sites have revealed evidence to us that shows that other cultures were there long before the Clovis culture emerged. My name is Kaylee, and in this video I'm going to tell you all about the discovery of human occupation made in Oregon, dating back to more than 18,250 years ago. So let's first take a look at where this latest discovery has been made. In the east of the state of Oregon is a rock shelter known as Rimrock Draw Rockshelter. This is a Paleo-Indian open-air site, which means that the early inhabitants of this site took advantage of the protection that is offered by a shallow overhang in an otherwise open landscape. This overhang protected them from rain, wind, and sun when needed. The archaeological excavations at this site started in 2011 under a partnership with the Bureau of Land Management. The initial excavations revealed stone tools from the Paleo-Indian period dating back to between 15,000 to 7,000 BCE, although the geology of the site suggested older sediment layers dating further back. Think about the greatest thinkers and creators of the ancient world, the scribes of Egypt, the philosophers of Greece. They produced incredible work, but they were often chained to a single static workspace. For millennia, that's been the problem. Our desks force us to adapt to them. But what if that didn't have to be the case? Moving from the ancient world to the modern home office, the core need remains the same. A workspace that supports your body and your work. That's why I shifted to the FlexiSpot E7 Pro standing desk, and it's been a complete game changer. Let's talk about stability. The E7 Pro isn't just sturdy, it's rock solid. It features a dual motor 3-stage leg system. No wobble even when I'm typing my heart out, and that's thanks to the massive 440-pound weight capacity. It can handle my entire setup with ease, and it's as stable as a monument. And the best part, the versatility. With a height range from 25 to 50 inches, it's perfect for me standing, perfect for me sitting, and can adapt to anyone in the household. It's the one desk for every task. For a tech-friendly setup, it integrates seamlessly. I can control the height with a touch of a button or an app, making it the centerpiece of a smart office. FlexiSpot gets it right by giving you a choice. Unlike some brands that force you to pay for free accessories you don't need, FlexiSpot lets you customize with only what you'll actually use. Plus, you're covered by a 15-year warranty and a 30-day risk-free return. They back their product because they know it's built to last. So from the static desks of history to the dynamic workstation of the future, it's time for an upgrade. FlexiSpot is having mega sales right now. Click the link in the description to check out the E7 Pro for yourself and use my code YTE730 to get an extra $30 off your order. If you're on a tighter budget, their standard E7 model is also a fantastic option. That's flexispot.com. Link is in the description. Upgrade your desk, upgrade your workday. Thanks for watching. But the latest discovery of stone tools, teeth of an extinct camel, and bison show that humans have been occupying this landscape at least 18,250 years ago. And it does appear to show evidence of occupation thousands of years older than any other archaeological site in Oregon. However, this is not the oldest date for human occupation in the Americas. I've actually covered the current oldest archaeological sites in the Americas in videos in the past on my channel, including the 37,000-year-old evidence of human occupation in North America. I've also covered discovered fossilized footprints in Utah, and of course the fossilized footprints at White Sands in New Mexico that are currently the oldest human footprints found in the Americas. The archaeologists expected to find bones and artifacts dating from the Paleo-Indian period at the Rimrock Draw Rockshelter, but they did not expect to find a stone tool covered in dried up bison blood. This particular stone tool was found under a layer of volcanic sediment from the eruption of Mount St. Helens 15,400 years ago. This stone tool reveals that humans were hunting and butchering Ice Age animals in the Pacific Northwest much earlier than was previously assumed. The stone tool itself was made from a fine-grained orange agate and is unmistakably crafted by humans. The camel tooth was dated twice, once in 2018, and while the results show an extremely old date, the team knew that they needed more proof, so they decided to date the enamel on the tooth again, and the results were received in February of 2023 and revealed a date of 18,250 years old. Archaeologists have been studying how and when people migrated to the Americas for a very long time. I've even covered this in a video recently, like a couple months ago. Mostly because it was believed that humans couldn't have made their way to the continent before the Bering Land Bridge some 13,000 years ago. But genetic and archaeological evidence has been pushing that date much further back, although these dates all spur controversy. The oldest direct evidence of humans in Oregon comes from the Paisley Caves. Researchers at this site discovered coprolites, which is fossilized poop. And they found that these coprolites came from humans and dated them back to 14,200 years ago. So this goes back to don't poop in the forest because, you know, a couple thousand years after you do that, archaeologists might find it and figure out that it was you who pooped there. And of course, we have the footprints at White Sands in New Mexico. They date back to at least 23,000 years ago and are possibly even older. In Brazil, archaeologists discovered sloth bones that were modified by humans dating back to 27,000 years ago. Both of these discoveries happened well before the peak of the Ice Age, which occurred around 20,000 years ago. And of course we have the Gault Site in Texas, which is a human settlement dating back to at least 20,000 years ago that I also covered here on the channel. However, there are many archaeologists that find these discoveries and their evidence to be circumstantial. They want to see directly dated skeletons or genetics to confirm these dates in order to believe them. Which, you know, it's understandable, but at the same time there's so much evidence at this point, we can accept that Clovis first really wasn't a thing. The team at Rimrock Draw Rockshelter took samples of the camel tooth as well as a bison tooth, and they carbon dated these earlier in 2023. And all of the dating results agreed with their findings. They date back to 18,250 years ago. This is evidence of Rimrock Draw Rockshelter having been occupied by humans at least 18,250 years ago, making this possibly the oldest archaeological site with evidence of human occupation in Oregon. But as you can imagine, there are archaeologists that weren't a part of the team excavating and researching at the site that are skeptical. They understand that archaeologists revealing dates further back than 12,000 years ago are extremely careful due to the pushback that they will receive when announcing such an old date. Thomas Stafford, a geoscientist and founder of Stafford Research Laboratories, who was involved in the research at Rimrock Draw Rockshelter, told Life Science that the enamel on the teeth was easy to carbon-14 date, while fossils discovered in limestone are difficult to date due to the limestone being able to throw off the carbon dating, which makes it seem much older or much younger. But this was not the case here at Rimrock Draw. The teeth and stone tool were found in basalt, not limestone, and Stafford was able to rule out additional contamination because of the volcanic ash that protected the camel and bison remains. Stafford repeated the radiocarbon dating over the span of 5 years and over different parts of the enamel, and this still confirmed his findings. He was able to conclude that the ages measured on the camel and bison enamel were accurate and not affected by foreign carbonates, younger or older than the teeth. The team researching the Rimrock Draw Rockshelter are confident that other potentially older archaeological sites will be discovered in North America. And like I said, we have the Gault Site in Texas, but also Meadowcroft Rockshelter, which is possibly older than this one as well. People did not just fall out of the sky one day. They would have been all over the land, and the evidence for this is most likely buried much deeper than archaeologists in the past had thought. It might be that current known sites dating back to the Clovis culture and further back need to be re-excavated and fully researched once again, because if you dig a little bit deeper, you might find something older. Who knows if they find older dates showing more compelling evidence that humans have been occupying North America for much longer than was long believed. So a few months ago, I created a video where I looked into when the first people came to the Americas with all the currently known evidence. And this rock shelter may or may not be the oldest. The current proposed dates from the Gault Site in Texas does predate the Rimrock Draw Rockshelter in Oregon. But there are still too many debates about its validity. I'm excited for the future, and I can't wait to see more new discoveries of ancient occupation sites and evidence of humans in North America. But what do you think of this discovery? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're thinking, hey, I've actually already seen some of the information in this video, that's right, I made a video about this a couple years ago when the news first broke. But suddenly, recently, it has sprung up again, so I thought, you know, why not make a new video? If you enjoyed watching, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, and click that bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I upload. If you haven't seen my previous videos yet, I have a North America playlist, highly recommend. Click the card in the upper right corner or click one of the links in the description down below or click a video in the end card. I would also like to say a massive thank you to my patrons and my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here with me along this journey of figuring out humanity's ancient past. And yeah, with that said, I've got new merch, historywithkaylee.com, go check it out, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!